In 2019, Toyota was named the most valuable car company in the world. 1 year later, they lost that title to Tesla. If this doesn't sound like much, consider this. The first time Toyota got that title was in 2008, 71 years after the company was founded. Tesla, on the other hand, was founded in 2003, so do the math. But all things come to an end, and while Tesla might have beaten its gas-powered counterparts, there are new EVs threatening to take the title. What are these new EVs that will overtake Tesla? Let's find out. The Tesla company currently offers 7 distinct electric vehicles. Out of those 7, we will be covering the 4 that are currently in production. The Model 3 will be the first, and it is currently Tesla's most affordable offering. Positioned as Tesla's mass-market vehicle, we will be pitching it against another mass-market EV, the Chevy Bolt. Next, we have the Model Y, Tesla's response to the incredibly lucrative SUV market. We will pit the Model Y against the 2022 Hyundai Ioniq 5. How will these two measure up against one another? You will find out in a bit. After the Y, we move on to the X, another luxury crossover SUV that sports the enviable wingtip doors. We will pit the X against the Kia EV9, a vehicle that comes with its own unique method of opening doors. Our last stop will be with the luxurious Model S, a luxury sedan that many have called a supercar in disguise. We will pitch this devastating beauty against another luxurious supercar called the Lucid Air Sapphire. Good? Good. Now let the games begin. This is ridiculous, I know, and trust me, there are some other ridiculous picks ahead, but I can prove why they all make sense. On paper and in real life, there's no comparing the Chevy Bolt to the Model 3. The Model 3 wins on almost every front. The 2023 Chevy Bolt EV's best version has an estimated 0 to 60 miles an hour acceleration time of 6.8 seconds, while the 2022 Tesla Model 3 base version, the standard range, does it in 5.8 seconds. Now, when you bring its elite version into the group chat, the Model 3 floors the Bolt with an acceleration time of only 3.1 seconds. Then there is the interior design, where Tesla clearly appears to take the crown once again. Its minimalist interior oozes innovation, and it sports an impressive 15-inch touchscreen display that controls most of the car's functions, including the heating of its roomy cabin with comfortable seats. The 2023 Chevy Bolt EUV doesn't fall short either. It also offers a similar spacious cabin, comfortable seats, and a 10.2-inch touchscreen display with Alexa built in, a feature that would be invaluable to the millions of Alexa users. But at the end of the day, the difference is clear, and the Model 3 is an undeniable winner. So why am I comparing these two? Price and affordability. Elon Musk wanted the Model 3 to be Tesla's most affordable offering made for the mass market. But how many people can afford a $42,000 car? Now compare that with the Chevy Bolt that retails at just $27,000. Then consider the fact that those who would go for the Model 3 just want an affordable EV. And if they don't mind ditching the Tesla brand, they'd still get quality from the Chevy, but at a lesser price. And if you didn't know, Chevy has a policy of installing a charging outlet in your home for free if you buy one of their cars. Tesla won't offer that without draining your wallet, so you can see how the Chevy might eventually devour the Model 3's market share. Moving on from electric sedans, Tesla created the Model X to be their all-electric luxury SUV. And as with most luxury SUVs on the market, they are meant to be high performance and yet somewhat worth the hefty buck you will have to spend on it. But that is where the problem lies. At $109,000 as its starting price, the Model X just costs too much, especially when with a few extra thousands you can buy an S-Plaid. This is why I am convinced that the upcoming Kia EV9 will consume the Model X's market share. Comparing base models, the Model X falls ridiculously short. The Model X is inferior to the Kia EV9, which will have a horsepower of 320 against the Model X's 259. When it comes to range, the Kia falls a little short at 300 miles to the Model X's 348. But all of that fades when you consider the shocking reality that this shoulder-to-shoulder drag race of specs comes from a Kia that costs $56,990 for its base model. In fact, its most expensive GT version will only cost as much as $70,000. Now, is all that extra performance worth the extra tens of thousands of dollars for the SUV? You'll be the judge. But let's talk about the interior for a moment, because this is where the Kia shines like a space rock. I know I praised the Tesla earlier when comparing it to the Chevy Bolt, but that was with the Chevy. This is a Kia, and the design of the latter looks exquisite enough to make Tesla's minimalist design boring and repetitive. The Kia will sport a 12.3-inch touchscreen display with a spacious cabin cabin, comfortable seats, and door opens that open sideways. It's Kia announcing how different they intend to be, and for me, it works, especially at that price. When Tesla made the Model Y, they had the Model X in mind. How can we make a more compact and affordable version of an already supposedly affordable Model X, they must have thought. When Hyundai made the Ioniq 5, I am certain they had the Model Y in mind. How can we mess up the Model Y's market share, they must have thought. And they came close, too close for comfort. The Hyundai Ioniq 5 is one of the most serious contenders in the EV game right now. The Ioniq 5 prioritizes safety and comfort. It has a spacious and modern interior with a minimalist design and high-quality materials. It also features a 12.3-inch infotainment touchscreen. The seats are comfortable and supportive, and there's plenty of headroom and legroom in the cabin for passengers. The Model Y also offers all these features, including a larger 15-inch touchscreen, but it makes the same error that most of its other offerings make. It maxes out on performance. The Ioniq 5 comes in two battery sizes, a 58 kWh battery with 215 horsepower and a 72.6 kWh battery with 302 horsepower. It can go from 0 to 60 miles an hour in around 6 seconds and has a range of up to 300 miles. This is beyond impressive for anyone looking for a solid, affordable SUV. The Tesla Model Y, on the other hand, comes in two battery sizes, a long-range version with 326 horsepower and a performance version with 456 horsepower. It can go from 0 to 60 miles an hour in around 3.5 seconds for its performance version and has a range of up to 326 miles for its long-range version. To the casual observer, this seems like a deal breaker, right? Right? Wrong. In truth, it is overkill, and that's probably why they can't match the Ioniq in terms of affordability. Because when you get an Ioniq that costs around $10,000 less than the Y, you have an offer that's a little too difficult to turn down. But at the end of the day, it all depends on you and how much you are willing to spend and save. At a base price of $249,000, the Lucid Air Sapphire is the only contender on this list to be more expensive than the Tesla we're comparing it to. And the Tesla in question is the $114,990 Model S Plaid. So does the Lucid Air justify its price tag? Hell yes. Right out of the gate, the Lucid Air Sapphire delivers 1,200 horsepower, nearly 200 horsepower more than the Tesla Model S Plaid. Additionally, it has a range of up to 520 miles on a single charge, making it one of the longest-range electric vehicles on the market. The Tesla Model S Plaid, on the other hand, has a range of just 396 miles on a single charge, which is still impressive but is at least 100 less than the Lucid Air. At the moment, almost everyone agrees that the Lucid Air is faster than the Tesla Model S Plaid. But the domination doesn't end there. In its interior, the Lucid offers more space for its occupants than the Tesla S Plaid. It also offers more luggage space under an automotive package it calls Lucid Space Concept, which maximizes available space for the comfort of passengers and luggage. Now, if you're talking about the external build, the Lucid Air also comes out on top with its glass canopy roof that is one with its windshield and offers a panoramic view of the sky that allows just enough natural light into the car without exposing passengers to excessive heat and harmful rays. Eventually, the final blow comes from its software performance and integration. Already, we know that the software of the Tesla Model S is incredibly formidable and one of the reasons why it's still considered the best of the best. But the Lucid Air Sapphire might be taking the bar a little higher with their 32 sensors that greatly advances the driver assist capabilities. The Model S, on the other hand, has 12 ultrasonic sensors. All in all, both the Lucid Air Sapphire and the Tesla Model S Plaid are impressive electric vehicles with their own strengths and weaknesses. But the Lucid Air is a faster vehicle, has a longer range, and a more luxurious interior with a larger and more advanced display. And when you consider that people who can afford the Model S can easily afford the Lucid Air Sapphire, who do you think is going to come out on top?